action figure fans? It's the one and only Optibotimus coming with another video review. If you're an old subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you're a new one though, welcome. Before you leave, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and bell notification so that you get instant email notifications whenever I upload a new review. And on today's episode, thanks to the support of patrons such as Emma and TJ, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Constructicon Mixmaster, which, believe it or not, will be the first Mixmaster figure that I've ever reviewed. I got the first one years ago and never reviewed him, mostly because he was a bit of a pain in the butt to transform. For the packaging on this guy though, you got that nice open window that fully showcases the figure. You got an up close image kind of showing him all menacing and everything. You can see that he is from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Got the Transformer text with the Generation logo. Up close image of his really gruesome face. Opposite side here, as this is one of the Constructicons, shows Devastator, and then you've got the Devastator logo right up there. Come around to the back of the package, see that he is an officially licensed Mack truck. You get an image of that as well as his robot mode, and then he transforms in 21 steps. And then for his little read-up, it says, the Desert Sands quake as Constructicon Mixmaster combines with his comrades to form Constructicon Devastator. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have him opened up out of his packaging and obviously in his vehicle mode. And again, the Studio Series has done a tremendous job. This guy looks really very good. Maybe a little bit smaller than a cement truck should be, but otherwise very, very nice. And really, not a ton of robot stuff hanging out. I mean, kind of here in the back, but I guess you could kind of forgive it, but that clearly looks like a claw right there. I mean, those are his feet. It's not bad, really, and for the most part, I think they do a good job of hiding everything. You can see that he's done up primarily in this gray plastic. You got some nice silver bits added on across the actual drum, I guess. I don't know what that's called. Some nice silver in the rims. I love how you got this little fake wheel right here. I mean, these ones roll really well, and then you got this fake one, which I guess adds extra wheel support in case it needs it. I guess I don't know. You got slightly bluish silver paint here for the windshield, which does look nice. You got that same color for the side view mirrors, which is cool. And then I love what they did here with the front section here. Obviously, you do have that big giant grill, or I don't even know what that is, because you got like the grill underneath there, and then this is a little added piece. But I love the ornament on there. I mean, that is perfect. I mean, it's very small, so it doesn't fully replicate it, but you can totally see that it's meant to look like that hood ornament that he had in the movie, which had like the Decepticon head on it, which was absolutely fantastic. And you got some black throughout the rest of it. The bottom section, I mean, you do have his head right there, but honestly, you probably couldn't even tell that that's a head. Got a little, bit of the robot mode showing with like these little bits, but again, it kind of looks like, I mean, like those look like that it would be something that would like slide out and then help to, like stabilize him while he's on the ground. I mean, all in all, I'm really happy with how this turned out. All of these new Studio Series figures are hitting a solid stride in the fact that they are basically triple changers with vehicle modes, robot modes, and then limb modes. And all of them look really good. Very impressed with how this guy turned out. Now, I don't have the other ones transformed in vehicle mode. I'll bring them out for the robot mode comparison, but basically that's it. So now to transform him into his head mode, first what we're going to want to do is remove this entire front section. Yeah, there is a bit of parts forming with it, which is unfortunate, but going into his robot mode, you don't need to do that, which is nice. Just for Devastator's head. So you're going to want to pull this piece off. If you set that off to the side, we'll deal with that here in a bit. Lift this piece up like that. Bring these little bits out and then rotate these pieces out, and then you can pull his head out further. You got little pieces right in here that you want to fold out. Take this, fold this down, and then bring that back, locks that into place, and there's his head. I love how he's got a whole bunch of different eyes there too. Really great detail there. Then come around here to the back section. You want to split this whole piece down. It goes right down the middle. So just kind of separate this and pull this apart like that. And then you have to get this piece out. All this kind of gets sort of in the way. So separate that. There you go. And then these arms will come out. Just make sure you have some of the clearance that you need. Well, I'm just going to pull that whole darn thing apart here. Just pull that out. There we go. Pull that all the way out. And now everything kind of like detached when I did that. We're going to have to detach it anyhow. But take these legs and you're going to angle this down like that. Well, first take these, rotate that around. And then you can angle that down like that where it's going to be kind of bent like so. And then these are going to come around and we'll play with these here in a bit. Keep these kind of lined up and then split them apart like that. And bring that down. Again, this is going to really help in going into the robot mode form. And then just bring those down. We'll deal with those here in a bit. These upper sections, you want to lift this, take this, tuck that in, and then bring these down. This, you want to pull apart and then hinge this around. You got a couple different hinges right there, but basically you want to make it so it's going to be flat like that. And then bring this all the way back like that. That's going to flip around a lot, so just kind of fiddle with that. Do that on this side as well. So we're going to bring this down, separate these, tuck this piece underneath. This whole section here, you're going to detach and then rotate out, kind of put it down flat like that, and then this is going to come back like so. Now get these legs out of the way, then you're going to rotate this piece back like that. And then there's a little, it's kind of hard to see, but you got little posts right here that are going to lock in the side right there. So just bring that back. And when it's angled down, you have two different holes right here. You want to use the bottom one. So bring that in and lock that in. Do that on the same, or do that same thing on the other side. Lock that in. Then bring these up. Keep that all kind of positioned like that. You can connect these two bits right here. That kind of angle that there, situating that, keep all this tabbed. There we come on. And that came in. There we go. Keep those tabbed up and then up and in there, just like that. And then bring these bits kind of flush, and then you have underneath here in between the tires are little slot bits right here. You want to take the front part of the toe and bring that in, just kind of bend that around until you hear it clip in, just like that. It's a solid clip. Bring that around, bending, and then again give that a little push, locks that in just like so. Kind of straighten these out. Now this part here, kind of just angle these as best as you can, and you got these little kind of slot bits right here. That's where you're going to take this, and you have little tabs right here. So just bring this around and line these up. Something like that. No, I think it goes like this. Keep that in there. Yeah. Bring that in. Get that out of the way, and then clip that down inside there, just like that, and that popped out. There we go. So when you're done, are we done? Yes, it looks like we're done. You can just hang these down there. This is his head mode, or combiner mode, I guess. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Scavenger yet. He is on the way, and Scavenger will attach to him, so I can't really show him attached to any of the other Constructicons right now. But again, I'm really liking how this looks. I like how everything comes around and does what it needs to do. Maybe angle those out, just give them some flair. This piece up here attaching to this section is really the only parts formery sort of thing, and I like that they incorporated it with this. It works really nicely. The detail on the head is fantastic. Coming in to take a closer look. Again, great paint applications throughout the entire thing. I love the multiple eyes that are there. You can open his mouth. You can see his teeth underneath there. I mean, I love that. There's no way that I can really see for the mouth to separate. I don't know, does it? I mean, there's a section right here, kind of looks like it would. separate, because there's a slot right there, but it doesn't seem to. So there's that, and then there looks like there's like this bit. Oh no, that's just the rotation thing for there. Okay, so I do kind of wish that that could spread out a little bit more, but it's not bad or anything. I think that it's really very cool, and again, very big head. I mean, this guy's going to be massive. I'm really super excited about how he's going to turn out. And that's really the only articulation that's in here. I mean, there's no head rotation or anything like that. So very, very cool. Now, to go to his robot mode from here, it's a little bit easier. We're going to remove this. And I'm actually going to put this whole thing back. So fold this forward, lift this piece up, tuck these down, fold that in like so, push that all the way down, close that, and then you can bring this back in. And I'm going to show you how you can transform him, and that kind of, without actually removing this, just leave it right like so. Then detach these legs down here. Those are going to just rotate down and obviously create his legs. This, you want to split again here, rotate this out, bring that up like that, and then this whole bit right here is going to swivel from there all the way to the back. Getting the head out can be a little bit tricky when it's in this configuration. I haven't figured out a real easy way to do it other than just grab it, and hope you have strong fingers. Pull that out just like that. I'm going to straighten all this up. Get these arms kind of out in the back. This, rotate these bits around and up like so. These, you can really kind of do what you want with these bits. I just kind of like putting them off to the side like so. Take this piece right here, this piece from the bottom portion of his mouth. This can be a little bit tricky. Push that down. There you go. And angle that up just like that. It does expose his teeth. And then we're going to play with these arms. Get that there. Then bend that, or twist that around. This is going to just swivel around to the side like that. You can collapse it kind of up close if you really wanted to. Fold these bits out and then hang that down off to the side. Again, rotate this, or rotate that around. And then just kind of bend this around like that. Fold that there. Extend this out. Kind of collapse that over. Just like that. And then, let's see. Yeah, make sure that those are pushed up, locked into place. Kind of play with them all around a little bit. And that's it. That's his robot mode. Again, you do have to kind of twist them around a little bit. Oh, make sure you push this all the way down and lock that down on the back. And then just kind of, like I said, fiddle with them a little bit, clean them up some. But there he is. There's Mixmaster's robot mode, and it's accurate. That's all I can really say. This guy was really kind of strange looking in the movie, but here he is. And again, another solid recreation of an ugly ass Michael Bay character. I mean, say what you want. I mean, I've talked about this ad nauseum. I like the Michael Bay movies. I don't, and I will never say that they are great films, but they're just fun. And these guys really had a cool look to him. Now, depending on how you get him to stand and everything, I mean, like, just getting him to stand completely straight doesn't really look right, I don't think. You got to bend his legs, I feel, just to get that look of a weird Michael Bay alien. You got to have some kind of bend in the leg. But there's a lot that's kind of going on with him, and you know, like I said, it is fairly accurate to the movie. Detail-wise, he has a lot of it. All these parts are nicely molded with gears and different pistons and things of that nature, which are great. You look at the chest area here. This all looks really very cool. I mean, again, you can flare these out kind of however you really want. I mean, it's personal preference, really. You do have these bits here, which, again, you can kind of flare these out however you want. Again, all matter of personal preference. But the overall look on them is solid. The head sculpt does what it needs to do. It looks the part. I'm pretty happy with that. I do kind of wish that there, and again, I don't remember if this was the way that it was in the movie, but I don't remember him just having one like downward claw kind of thing. I wish there was something else that came out and had like a bottom section. That would have been neat, but that might not be all that accurate. I don't remember. But for what what they're trying to do, they do it, and I'm really, again, very impressed with them. Now, he kind of takes up a lot of space because of how wide he ends up getting. Setting him here, I promised I would do it, and here they are. Here are the rest of the Constructicons that I currently have, and we're almost there, guys. Like I said, I have Scavenger on the way, and after Scavenger, that only leaves Scrapper and Overload. So this journey that we've been on with the Constructicons that has seemingly taken forever is actually wrapping up pretty quickly, and I hope that these have been going well enough that, Takara and Hasbro can look at this model and be like, you know what? These larger size combiner figures can work. And maybe they can get the Masterpiece treatment going, and we can maybe get Masterpiece Aerial Bots or Menasor. I mean, something would be awesome. Now, for his articulation, the head here is on a ball joint, so you can get it looking left, right, up, and down. It does have a hinge on here, so you can kind of get it looking really any way you want. Good range of motion there. The shoulders here, they move kind of forward and back at this joint right there, so a bit of a butterfly joint, but they rotate right there, which is pretty good. You also do have this hinge right out here, so there's a pretty good range of motion in the arm that does what it needs to do. You got the elbow and everything, and then you got the little the hand thing down there. Nothing at the waist. That's all kind of locked into place. The hips here are on what look like universal joints, so you get the forward and back, in and out, but it's not really going on a diagonal or anything, which is fine. You do get the rotation at the upper part of the thigh, bend here at the knee, ankles, all nice and articulated. So all that articulation that you pretty much need is there. I really do like this guy. I don't know why. And, like I said, this is the first time I've reviewed a Mixmaster figure. The original one, if memory serves right, was misassembled and caused a lot of transformation problems with him. And I think that's why ultimately I never really reviewed the guy, just because I couldn't get a good grasp of the transformation to give proper instructions to you guys. So I always skipped it. But this is actually pretty easy to transform. Now, going back to his vehicle mode, first we're going to bring this around, and you have the wheel section here that you need to slide up. That's going to lock into place right there. Do that on this side as well. So get that out of the way, angle that up, and then rotate that around so that the wheels are going to be kind of facing you like that. Come around to this lower section. You want to rotate this, and this you're going to be able to see. Bring this around. You got a little hole section right there that you just angle that down, and then you got a little post right on the inside right there that you're going to tab that into right like that. This then you're going to bring out, and then you have another little post right there that's going to attach to there. So bring that in, locking that into place, and then bring this down, locking that there just like that, and you have that pretty much done. Do that on this side as well. So again, rotate this piece around, lock that in. This probably will shift, just put that back up there. And then this comes up and will lock into place there. You create a nice seamless kind of gap. Fold this piece out, angle this down, lock that in just like that. Now come down here to these feet, kind of straighten these out. And then at this hip section, you want to bring these out and then angle these down. So again, bring that out, angle that down all the way. And then these are going to come together. Come together right now over me. Bring that like that. And now you can detach this, and that's going to be able to just hang down like that, kind of get that out of the way. Take these little pieces, make sure you get the head kind of tucked up underneath there. Take these little pieces, rotate these around, and then bring these bits up along the side right there. Take this, chomp, chomp, chomp. Tuck that up like that. Now rotate these around like so, and then bring these back. And again, you have now that you have this up, you're going to use the other whole section here for this post. So bring that in and push that in along the side. There's another little lineup section underneath here. Just make sure, I mean, if you have everything lined up proper, it should get everything right. Oh, and then I'm sorry, bring these. All right, let's bring that apart. Bring these all the way up like that. And then this comes up like so. Now, this is a little bit tricky to do, but you have a small gap right here that these little feet pieces have to slide into. So bring that around and then give this all a good squeeze, locking everything underneath here along the outer section of the wheels. So make sure it's like that. And then again, bring this around. Can get that out of the way. And bring this up. And again, fit that foot section through there. And then squeeze all of that. Everything should line up just about perfectly here. The holes are fairly big and it works. And then you got little hole sections back here that you need to slot and tab everything into. So again, bring that in, lock that into place. Bring that in, give that a nice little push, and then squeeze all of this stuff together. Squeeze the little dispenser thingy. There we go. Squeeze, squeeze. A lot of squeezing. Bring that together. And then just straighten these up like that. And when you're done, there you have Mixmaster back in his vehicle mode. Yeah, you know, the Constructicons were definitely not what a lot of big-time fans really wanted, but it was still cool. He was still massive. He was still destructive. I mean, he destroyed a pyramid. While he didn't have the look that we're all used to, I feel like that essence of what Devastator is was nicely captured. And what Hasbro and Takara have done with the Studio Series figures is give us the absolute best representation of the characters that we've ever gotten. And Mixmaster here is no exception to that. Vehicle mode wise, looks great. I mean, this is a terrific, I'm going to tuck those all the way up there, representation of a cement truck. The colors look really good. I love how they recreated that hood ornament. That is super cool. And like I said, cleans up fairly well, where you don't necessarily think of this as robot junk. I mean, you can kind of get away with it a little bit. Transformation is actually fun. It goes fairly easily. Yeah, you do have to do some parts forming, and minor note, I did have this when I had this attached in head mode. I did have it reversed. You want to have it the other way around. I don't know if it matters all that much, but I did put it on wrong. But the transformation does some fairly simple but fun things. And then the robot mode, it is what it is. It's an ugly ass alien looking thing that also does a pretty good job of recreating how he looked in the film. At the end, I don't think that people are going to buy a lot of these Constructicons just for themselves. They are all good toys nonetheless, but I think everybody wants to make that Devastator. And if you are going that route, you absolutely have to pick this guy up. The only way that could really make this better is if he had that weird cannon mode. It's not in the instructions. I don't know if there's been a fan mode for it. I haven't bothered looking. If that was incorporated, that might, knock him up a little bit more, but really not that much, I don't think. Because like I said, the end result is a Devastator piece that if you're going for him, you need to have this guy to get. So, all that being said, if Mixmaster here's a figure that you would like to add to your collection, he's available right now at places such as Big Bad Toy Store. So for that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can go to BBTS and check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would do one very, very small thing for me, and that's simply just to hit that thumbs up button. That one very small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. It helps with what YouTube calls audience engagement. And the higher the engagement, the more videos get pushed out to other viewers. And that can really help support my channel. If you want to do a little bit more, you can become a patron like my good friends TJ and Emma. Through theirs and other patron support, continue to help make reviews like this possible. So please consider checking out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And finally, remember, the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.